Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way. Cause I took control of things. Ballin' the solo way. And if you pattern my trend, I make you my protege. Slossin' that soldier.
We got going on the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. First round, Boston Celtics took out the Magic pretty handily in 5 games. Seen the Magic with some injury, but you knew they wasn't going to beat the defending champions. Then the Knicks had a real good series with the young and upcoming Detroit Pistons, who damn fucking probably could have won that damn series, in my opinion. But the Knicks pulled it out. And now we're here in the second round. The Knicks are doing pretty good against the damn Celtics. So my thing is, did the first round series help out the Knicks in their series as we seen against the Celtics? You seen how they coming up in the clutch so far in this series?
I don't think it's so much as it helped the Knicks. I feel like the Celtics are comfortable, in my opinion. I feel like they already got their championship, and they feel like you know how when certain teams finally get that championship, and then all of a sudden they get this confidence and this arrogance of, oh, I don't need home court, I don't need number 1 seed. So they just fell to the number 2, number 3 team and want to be comfortable and shit. But like the East is still stacked, even though y'all was supposed to be scared of the bum ass Philadelphia 76ers that never came in. But hey, teams like Cleveland and teams like New York Knicks are still named to be up there. So I just feel like the Knicks came in with more that what they call that hunger. I wanted more because I ain't got it.
Yeah.
But as far as you talking about the first series, shout out to the Magic. They just was never deep enough to deal with
and injured.
Chance. Like young, injured, just wasn't enough. And as far as like you said, that Pistons and Knicks series, there was a lot of questionable officiating. The energy was up. It just was a lot going on. But as he said, that could have easily been a 7-game series. But as Stephen A would say, it's orange and blue sky, baby.
So after the game, crew chief David Guthrie. During live play, it was judged that Josh Hart made a legal defensive play. After post-game review, we observed that Hart makes body contact that is more than marginal to Hardaway Jr. And a foul should have been.
Okay, so now Tim should go to the free throw line right now and see if he can make two.
Let me tell you something, man. The NBA, they as much as I love it, and it's given me a great life, that's the stupidest thing ever. Like, yeah. How does that actually help the Pistons coming out later? All you're doing is throwing referees under the bus. Right. Yeah, we know it was a foul. They missed a call. But to act like, put that thing out, we want to be transparent, like, that don't help the Pistons.
But I asked you a question.
All it does is make them more mad.
Make them more mad.
I agree, but I disagree in this regard. Let's say it wasn't illegal contact, and the NBA makes the statement, we watched the last play, and he didn't foul him. So so then it would be the same thing.
No, it wouldn't.
No, it would.
There was no call made, and they said a call shouldn't have been made.
But they're still looking at it, and it wasn't a call made there.
But hold on.
So my
but
point,
they said a call should have been made.
Right, but my point being, they're going to look at the last play, and whatever the outcome was, is deciding factor if you feel like it's not right. But you still want to know.
No, you don't want to know.
Because there's nothing you can do about it now. He said we should be going to the line with a chance to win the game.
He should have been shooting 3 free throws, down 1.
Kenny, based on the letter of the law, marginal contact, the foul should have been called. But Chuck makes a good point. He missed the call. Why you missed the call? You're standing right next to him. You're this close. You shouldn't have missed that call.
Some people miss dunks.
No. You're right here.
Let me say this.
There's human error. And I would like to know if the NBA...
You don't miss that call.
You know what?
Knicks right now, up 2-1. Game 4 is going to be interesting. I feel like it's going to be a wire to wire. I wouldn't be surprised if it's overtime in Game 4, but I do see the Celtics getting back in this series. And it'd be crazy because this series, to me, is going to be one of those series from a couple years ago where all the road teams going to win, and then finally home teams going to start winning.
Yeah, I think it helped the Knicks, their mindset-wise of winning. Knowing how much they could be down by or the way the game going, the flow of the game, they still could stay in and win the game anyway. And that's what they did against the Celtics the first 2 games. I don't think the series necessarily helped them saying we could just go straight in there and win because the Celtics was up by 20 in all 3 games. Actually, I had both 2 games at home.
Yeah.
The Celtics just collapsed in the third and fourth quarter of the first 2 games of a mirror image, basically, with Bridges getting a block and a steal at the end of the game after going on like a 24 or 34 to 14 run, something like that. So I think it just helped the Knicks with that winning mindset, but I think I'm gonna still take the Celtics in 6.
Yeah, that's the thing I didn't do
because the
the
Celtics played better on the road.
Yeah,
both teams did.
They did show that all season.
It's just my opinion of the way the script goes. If you look at the 4 teams that's left in the East, you got the Donovan Mitchell led Cavs. You got the can't trust anybody on the Pacers. And you got the Knicks and Celtics, and those are one of those 2 teams are going to the championship. I'm just being honest with you, and if I'm being honest, as much as we want to keep promoting and hyping up the Knicks, to me it just doesn't look right saying the Knicks represent the East in the finals when you still have so much strong star power going on. I just feel like it still sets a better money and storyline for NBA wise to still have the Celtics going after a repeat. Yeah. So I'm taking the Celtics in 7 to come back and make this a series.
Yeah, but as I noted though, Ro pointed out too a while ago back, still the same 4 teams in the playoffs from last year, just different matchups.
Just different matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree
Indiana, Sean, that they so good.
Too. Yeah, I agree with both of y'all too about the Knicks. So it's not really that it helped them, but you could say it helped them. But we've seen the Knicks in the second round, the last 3 seasons. Like you said, they more hungry this season.
Yeah.
They made a trade. They made some trades. They got Towns and Bridges, and now they just try and go for
the reason why I understand Darren, but I don't automatically agree is if it helps the winning mindset, then it's a collaborative effort. And if you look at Game 3, where the fuck was Bridges? Where the fuck was OG? Where was 25 and 13 Towns? I'm saying if we're talking about an overall winning mindset, it has to be overall as a team.
You know
and
why?
I feel like while the people who still had the winning mindset was there, the other motherfuckers show. And come on, we know OG in the playoffs from Toronto. We know what he does. So where the fuck was you at, bro?
It's not an overall mindset. It's just the fact that they play good on the road.
Yeah.
And they don't play good at home. They've won every road game in the playoffs so far. And like you saying, they got them by 20 in every game. Because the Celtics are just the better team anyway. They just blew the first 2 games.
The thing with the Knicks is they have a plethora of players where you know who your stars are. But the other 3 starting role players at any time can be the leading scorers. And I feel like based off of that, who's ever the leading scorer, the game plan kind of goes around them. And every leading scorer is not always meant to lead the team down the stretch. Yeah. Like for that, when Jalen Brunson's on his shit, 30, 40 points, he's leading the team mostly to wins. Same thing with Bridges. But a lot of times if it's OG with 25 and it's Josh Hart with the doubles, triple doubles, a lot of times it's not always leading to a win. Yeah. Because now the game plan is gravitated to going behind them because they're the hot hand. So it's like I just look at their viewpoint of the Knicks differently than other teams in the East because the same thing with the Celtics. The Celtics are the same way, but to me the Cavs and the Pacers aren't like that. Yeah. Like you still have to have Scal and Tyrese, so you still have to have Donovan and Mobley doing something. Because even if fucking Jared Allen and one of the other role players have a monster game, they fuck around and still lose.
Yeah,
that's what happened to the Celtics in the 2 games. The Knicks came back. Once the Knicks started to come back, they started panicking, playing that one-on-one stuff. They just giving the ball to Tatum. While Jaylen Brown, he touched the ball for 6 possessions in a row.
Like,
standing in the wing in corner.
And they keep doing step back threes. And you shot 25% for threes in the first 2 games. So in Game 3, they took their time. They started going to the basketball and passing the ball around. And they played. Then they made 50% of their threes.
Better shots. Game. I know he got one in him.
I don't know.
I know he got one in him. He got to get more than 12 points a game.
Trying to get his win back. And I think the Celtics going to get back in the series. Well, they got back in the series already, but I think the Celtics going to end up winning in 7.
Okay.
Well, it's very difficult. You never presume anything, but that step forward, that false step forward, and he goes down immediately. We're not sure we're going to let them.
First off, I'm not giving this series to the Knicks just yet. And that's not a commentary on the Knicks. That's a commentary on the Celtics. They were 8-2 this year when Jayson Tatum didn't play. They are loaded at the top end of their talent on their roster. They theoretically could get Game 7 at home if they win the next 2 games. That's a big if, but I'm just saying they do have potential home court advantage.
Very big if.
And I believe that they will rally back from this. And so what I've learned with the Celtics over the last 4 years of being there a lot in the playoffs is they lose when you think they're going to win, and they win when you think they're going to lose. And everybody's thinking they're going to lose. I'm not ready to go there. I think you see them fight back. But obviously the Tatum situation is extraordinarily upsetting and concerning.